Alright guys, so let's talk about face and body. Face and body is probably the love of my life foundation. I've been using it exclusively on myself and in my kit for 6 years now. So it is something that I love truly, madly, deeply. And when I heard that it was going to be kind of revamped or changed, I was, like a lot of you out there, were freaking the fuck out because it just is a performance product. And it's something I talk a lot about to people when they ask about kit product. Being an educator for Makeup Forever for 5 years, really helped me understand the product really well. Speaking specifically one-on-one with Danny about the product and how she makes it and why she makes it that way, why it's packaged that way. I learned a tremendous amount, and it just really ingrained my love with Makeup Forever's product and makeup, and specifically face and body. So it's scary for me to kind of, I don't know, pray and hope that this product is going to be better than the previous product, because I love the previous face and body so much. Alright guys, so far I have put on the new face and body just on this side by itself. I do have this as my base down because this is now a true water-based formula. You definitely need something a little bit more emollient on the skin to give it that old school face and body look and kind of feel. So I have this by itself. You can see straight up early in the morning, out of the shower, I'm really, I get really flushed because I take really hot showers. And sorry, I'm trying to look into the camera thing, but whatever. I have a little bit of a blemish today. Yay, hormones. And yeah, so far we can see the look of it by itself is really pretty. I have no powder on, I have no primer on. I just have the Late Cream Concentrate from Embryolisse on, and so far it looks beautiful. Now normally I wear my face and body with a little bit of a full cover because the two are beautiful together. They're strong all day, waterproof together, they're best friends. They just work really well together. So I'm gonna do that on this side and really just kind of put to the test a little bit of it by itself throughout my long sweaty day that's going to happen, and then my normal routine on the other side with my with the whole gamut of the makeup. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my, I use number 1. I can also use number 4 in full cover, and that's my concealer. And then I do about 3 pumps of, well, 2 pumps since I'm only doing half my face for coverage. And I use my damp beauty blender because I do have this little sucker right here that I gotta tame today. My nose gets really red when I'm hot from a hot shower. And I don't do any pre-mixing. I literally just mix the full cover and the face and body on my face. Girlfriend's got some 5 head. Yeah, all that whole area. The ear. So already what I'm feeling as far as difference is dry down time. There's definitely a noticeable dry down. But it looks so natural. Oh my god. It is really natural. Even with no extra coverage, it's really pretty. I'm surprised because, you know, we all kind of have our you know, insecurities about our skin. Over here, you can still see you're getting a gleam. You're getting that face and body gleam to the skin. It does not feel weird. It doesn't feel itchy. It doesn't feel dry, even though I'm seeing people talk about it being drier. Yes, it's true water-based, which means there's a faster dry down time. That's just normal with true water-based product. So we'll talk about that a little bit more. I'm going to show you some other true water-based products. And then we'll do a swatch comparison. And I'm going to wear this. I'm going to go ahead and finish powdering. I might not even powder this at all. I'm going to put this side to the test. But I'm going to go ahead and do my normal routine here. So I'm going to highlight, powder, contour, blush, you know, the normal, finish my brows off. Go ahead, you know, get a little something on these lips. And then we're going to rock it all day. I have a long day ahead of me. It is, I don't even know, there's a little hair right here. It's hot as shit in Vegas right now, and it feels like a freaking hell oven has opened and no one will shut the goddamn door. Pardon my French. But anyways, so and I'm gonna be working out of my garage today. I have some effects projects I have to finish, so I'm gonna be probably sweating, and you know, we're gonna see what this looks like. So far I really like it. I have a blemish, but won't leave it. I don't know. It's really pretty. It feels good. It smells good, and which is scary because I don't really like fragrance in my product. So we'll see how my skin does with this for the next couple days, and then I can give you guys a review on that. Normally I can sleep in face and body, which is a big no-no, but sometimes I can, and not have any problems. But yeah, we'll see. So I'll meet you all back here later, okay? Here we are, fast forward the day. It's been, how long has it been? It's been 9 hours that I've been wearing this. And as I mentioned earlier, it's hot as Hades out here in Vegas, and I've been in and outside all day, just, you know, doing all sorts of random shit. And yeah, so I don't sweat a lot in Vegas, and that's the thing. With it being so hot out here, it's very dry. So you're not really going to like pour sweat because it's so hot. That's back in Atlanta where the humidity is through the roof. So anyways, I've been wearing this all day, and here's my review. Just to catch you up really quick about old Face and Body. This is old school Face and Body, what it looks like in a traditional bottle that you buy, or here's the larger, if you're a crazy fanatic like me, you went out and got all of these. They currently reside in my refrigerator right now, so I can hold on to them and like squeeze them out as much as I can until they're done. For kit use, I do put them into little mini Mist and Fix bottles. The reason why I do this is because we have all kind of, if you've played a lot with Face and Body, you'll notice that because of the jelly consistency in here, and the reason why it's jelly is because this formula is a water blend silicone emulsification. So it's a combination of oil and water that make it work the way that it does. And when you pump it out of the little pump tip, it tends to always have a little booger, is what I call it. It just looks like a little yucky booger that kind of builds up. And what I found when I depotted them and I wanted to put them in my kit, make it more lightweight because we're going from glass to plastic, this allowed me to get a beautiful smooth spray pattern. And I never got the little boogers again, which is awesome. So contrary though to why it's in a glass bottle is specifically because of the formula. And Danny would probably cringe if she knew that I was putting them in Mist and Fix bottles, but I've been doing it for years now. It's never changed the consistency of the product for me. It's still performed 100%. I know that I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, but alas, this is in a plastic bottle and not in a glass bottle. So yeah, what you gonna say? So anyways, now here is the new Makeup Forever, and you see it's this really pretty kind of fogged glass bottle with a fun little cap here, which, you know, again, I would be depotting these anyways because they're heavy, they're bulky for my kit, and I'm pretty sure they would probably perform the same way that my previous Face and Bodies were performed because they just work really well. So here we are, up to date now. This has been a 9-hour wear, in and out of outdoors, working, and yeah, it's not creased, it's not moved. I literally don't feel like I have product on. And this is why I love Face and Body as a personal makeup wearer, because even though I am a makeup artist, I do not wear a lot of makeup, and I don't enjoy wearing tons of makeup, and especially nowadays in the scope of kind of what the trends are that we're seeing a lot. It's not for me. I'm not that makeup artist. I'm not gonna give you tutorials on how to highlight and contour. You know, I want to give you guys straight up pro reviews. So here I am to talk about pro reviews, pro knowledge, excuse me, and just kind of keep it real. So anyways, here we go. I have on number 2, let's see here, Y245. So let's see if we can get that a little clear. Y245 is the color that was recommended for number 20, to replace Face and Body number 20. Then for, as we all know, there's always a weird kind of coding to Makeup Forever's number system. Number 38 in Face and Body was pretty much the lightest shade. It was like an alabaster, and I could go in and out of 38 and 20 depending on the time of the year. So here, number R250 is recommended as number 38. So this is the lightest color, and then we would go into what would be my tone, this Y245. So I got 2 of those, so I could have one for myself, one for my kit. And then the other recommended products, and I went purely based off what the artist recommended out of New York, because I just trusted that he understood the colors that I previously enjoyed as my kit colors. And those kit colors that I recommend and will always recommend for traditional Face and Body, if you want to run out and buy all those up, go for it, is number 20 for fair maidens like myself, number 32 and 34. They live kind of in harmony, and you tend to use those a lot. Those are like those mid-range, warm, medium tones. And then we get into 18 is beautiful as we get into a deeper, darker Asian, Filipino, lighter black skin tone. And then for the darkest shade, I tend to use a mixture in between 42 and number 12. So those were my like go-to colors. And then in the interim, I started playing around with additional colors like number 2 and 24. A number 24 I was kind of playing with that had some red undertones, but they really traditionally ran really red. And 32, 34 were like your really yellow undertones. 18 was a good yellow kicker that I would throw into product to kind of kick things up. And then of course they made the chromatic mixes, which you could add into your water-based products or your silicone products to give you an idea of kind of adjusting those colors and bouncing up the reds or bouncing up the yellows, adding a little more white kicker in there, adding some blue neutralizer in there. So love those too, but not a lot of us like to do that. We like to just mix straight up with foundation. So with this Face and Body, what I found immediately different, it dries fast. So it is kicking up, it's drying a little bit quicker than my traditional face and body, when it sits on the skin, I'm still getting a gleam. So remember, here's my side that has no powder, and I didn't need any powder. I literally could get away with not putting powder on. So if you are dry, don't put powder on this. If you have a few spots of texture that you want to set, and if you're adding concealer, I don't add concealer at all to my foundation because, again, I don't like a lot of makeup. I would just want one thing that's going to neutralize my skin, and that's really it. As you can tell, I mean, lipstick is really the most that I'll wear. Occasionally I'll pop on lashes anyways. That's another conversation. Here is literally nothing else. I did do a little bit of blush, a little bit of contour. That was it. No concealer, but if you are wearing concealer and you want to set it, I would suggest probably the HD powder or any kind of talc-free setting powder so that you don't get any heavy texture. Over here, I did my traditional setting. I did do a little bit of highlighting and contouring my blush, and I set this all with my super matte loose Makeup Forever powder. This shit is the shit. I love this. It is a talc-based powder. It's my favorite personally for myself. I do use it in my kit with in conjunction with other powders as well, depending on the specific needs of that client. You know, variety is the spice of life. So, but for me, that's what works for me. It's what I really love. But you can see I'm still getting a gleam on both sides, and I like that. I like when I see luminescence to the skin. So I'm still getting that over here even after I've powder applied all that product. So yeah, the biggest difference that I noticed right off the bat, it dried down pretty quickly, but it does not feel tight. I don't feel it on my skin. It feels exactly the same way that the previous face and body did. The difference is because this doesn't have this silicone element in it, it is a true water base now. I feel that difference. And I actually like that difference. I love a water-based product, a true water base, and I airbrush with a true water base, and you'll know it's true because it dries down fast. There's a lot of water-based products out there on the shelf right now that are claiming to be this kind of more skin-friendly water-based structure. Don't be fooled, it still has silicone in it, and you can see that on the back of the ingredients. So, talking about ingredients, here is our difference, and I'm going to do a nice little screenshot of this and show you the difference of, so there's the difference with the packaging. Now you know it's red, it's got the little red highlight, that's how you know it's the new face and body. It's got the little red lip on there. There is a difference of about 11 ingredients. There's 11 less ingredients in here and 11 more in here. That figure could be a little different, but that's just me remembering based on my research. So with this product, with the new water blend product, it does not have that silicone element in there. And I like that because with the previous face and body, if I did put it on by itself without any additive concealer to add any extra finesse to the skin like I normally do with my full cover, I had to powder set it. I mean, there was no ifs, ands, or buts. That sucker had to be powder set or else I felt like I was wearing product. I could feel that silicone sitting on the surface of my skin, and it would slide around and it would get weird. So this I already love for the simple fact that I don't feel that anymore, and that's a personal preference. Performance wise, it's performing. I can see that it's performing well. It literally has not fallen into any lines, and I have sorry, text message. I have you know, I'm not a young buck anymore, and I'm starting to get some texture lines, and normally product will always fall right in that area because this is me all day. Huh? What? Questioning life, just questioning everything. So I need to relax. Botox will be going there probably within the next 10 years. So yeah, I usually have an issue with that. This, no issue at all. Did not run, smudge, fudge, nothing. That shit stayed. So, so far so good. I love it. It's performing really, really well. The The waterproofing element is there. I don't feel like I need to jump in a pool and test that out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty accurate. So I feel really, really, really good about it. So now let me show you some swatches. I want to show you the difference with the previous Face and Body and how it moves on the skin and dries down next to the new ones. And then also, I know some people were curious about what that looked like next to the HD foundation, which is a great conversation because then we're going to be talking about silicone. So let me show you that right now. Okay, so first we will put here Old School Face and Body number 20. Ooh wee, look how yellow that looks on the inside of this girl's arm. You can see why I add something lighter to it. Now this is, which is Y245. You can already see it's less jelly. It feels super thin in consistency. You're still getting about the same color payoff in transparency. It feels really slippery and wet, very soft. This feels slightly thicker. I do feel that silicone in this product. Then we have, of course, some HD. Now HD is just a whole nother beast because we're talking about a silicone based product. So you definitely feel the thickness in that. You see the coverage in that. There's a slip. There's a tendency to have buildup and kind of a crazy slip and slide effect. So that is going to be just a product that works for certain people and doesn't work for others. So some other things I forgot to mention. Yes, it does smell different. There is fragrance in here. In comparison to maybe how the old one smelled, I didn't mind it. I liked it. I thought it smelled okay, but I loved the product, so I was super used to it. This one does have like a distinctive fragrance to it. How that's gonna work on my skin, I don't know. Some people might be irritated by fragrance. But pretty much everything has fragrance in it, so it's really nothing we can do. It's hard to get away from it. Yeah, it smells nice. It doesn't bother me. The other thing is they both have the mango seed butter. So I know some people talked about, oh, this is a new addition. No, the previous one does have that. You'll see that when I review that with the ingredient breakdown. Which I hope you stay tuned for that because I think that's really important to know. Sorry. So yes, it does have the mango seed butter in it. The previous one does have the mango seed butter in it. We will talk about that in the ingredient breakdown. It feels good. It looks good. It does not seem very different at all from the previous one. Hallelujah. Thank you so much, Danny Sands. I really enjoy it so far. I'm going to be wearing it every day. Incorporate it into my kit as I start to run out of my old Face and Body. And yeah, I hope you guys like this pro review. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, you know, throw that down here, shout it out in the email, you know, hit me up on Insta and subscribe, you know, because we got more stuff coming. It's just gonna be a field day. And thank you. Thank you. Thanks.